Oh, hey, glad you guys could make it. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Beau, and I live in Canada. With it being November, we have a wonderful storm rolling in later tonight. It's getting colder now, and that means snow and all that fun stuff that comes with it. So I thought now would be the perfect time to give you guys some tips and tricks on surviving these winter months. Okay, first off, you need to know that no one is safe from Mother Nature. Even those warmer parts of the world, you're not safe. Look at a couple years ago with the giant storm that shook Texas. They got snow. My good friend Eric is still in denial. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Eric, but it happens. So, I would like you all, please follow along and take what you will from these tips and tricks. They may just well save your life. I just want to note that these tips are in no particular order, but you should heed all of them. So tip number 1, it is never too late to start a batch of mead. And seriously, get it done now, get it started. If you need help, watch our other videos. There's lots of them there. It's not too late. As you can kind of tell behind me and kind of over there, I have a lot of meads on the go and bottled. You can't really see the bottles. They're all kind of stored away. I definitely have enough to last me through the winter, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop, because I need to make sure I have enough to stay warm, because, well, alcohol kind of warm you up. And it's delicious. So tip number 2 also pertains to staying warm, because really in the wintertime, staying warm is key. So what you should do is dress in layers. Sure, you could turn the heat up and have that running. And I mean, that'll work, but that just adds more money. That's more money out of your pocket. So dress in layers. Start with your tightest fitting clothes and then just wear bigger and bigger clothes. And it doesn't matter how many layers you do. You can do 30 if you want.
Could I be wearing any more clothes?
Whatever you need to do to stay warm. And if you get too hot, just peel the layer off.
I'll tell you, it's hot with all this stuff on. I better not do any, lunges.
It's as simple as that. Tip number 3, if you don't feel like wearing a ton of layers, there is something else that you can do. And a lot of people don't know this, but wearing flannel is like 3 times warmer than any other piece of clothing you could wear. Like so. Huh? It's the way to go, man. Actually, I'm so hot already, I'm gonna have to throw in some shorts. Alright, tip number 4, going outside. Because yes, you may have to go outside. You may have to shovel or go to the bathroom, something like that. So there is a couple of key pieces of clothing that you'll want to invest in to, brave that cold. So as you can tell, I'm outfitted with my wonderful flannel. You'll also want to get a good pair of boots. You'll also want to wear a toque, something to cover your head, and a good pair of fantastic mitts. And that's it. That's all you really need. But another key point is to always take a nice good swig of mead right before you go outside and brave the cold. Whew. Let's get shoveling. Okay, so tip number 5, snow equals water. Now many people don't know this, But if you properly harvest snow and follow a strict protocol, you can actually convert a pile of snow into water.
And then of course you need to travel to somewhere where there's some snow, usually near the north end of the map here. And with your shovel, all you have to do is just left click the ground, and every time it busts open a block, it gives you 10 snowballs. So you can very quickly stack up on a lot of snowballs with just a short amount of effort. You need to have a campfire. From within the campfire, if you have a cooking pot, this is where it's going to save you a lot of time. If you don't have a cooking pot, the only thing you can use the snowballs to make is bottled murky water. And then you'll have to go through the process of cooking the bottled murky water to make it regular drinking water.
It's amazing, right? I mean, it's like an endless supply. I have here harvested properly some snow from outside. So let's get this converted into water. And we're done. Check it. That's just pure water in there. It's drinkable right from this. There's no water like snow water. And that brings me to my next tip. Don't eat yellow snow. Come here, I'll show you. So as you can see, this here would be good snow. This over here, bad snow. It's just not good. White snow, good. Yellow snow? Ugh. Bad. Very bad. Tip number 7. This is mostly geared towards the people that are living in the warmer climates of the world. You want to try to climatize yourself. You're used to hot weather and all that kind of stuff, but you can get used to cold weather. And you can do it by simply having a bath. Start with your normal bath temperature, whatever it is, and then just slowly add more and more cold water every time. Eventually get to the point where you're having straight cold bath water and it won't affect you. And you'll get to the point where you start adding ice cubes to it. So once the ice cubes are added, and you got your cold water in there, you just suck it up and sit in there as long as you possibly can. Here we go. Let's do this. And men, shrinkage happens. It's okay. Here we go. Eventually, you get used to it. So, tip number 8, power outages happen. In such a case, you want to have a lot of candles on hand. And the great thing about power outages is that power outages equal family time. Because now there's no more screens or shit that your kids can be on. So I'm gonna go light a pile of candles to brighten up the room, which also adds heat. And I'll show you just how great family time can be. So since the power's out, one of our favorite things to do as a family is to read. And since I'm a soon-to-be published author, there's nothing we like more than going through my books that I've written and editing them as a family. So, we left off here and Ryder, bring the candle closer. What the hell? The power's out, man. It's candlelight. Closer. Closer. There we go. Tip number 9 is a little bit of a go back to tip number 1 about making meads. What type of meads should you make to prepare for the winter months? Well, I would highly recommend you go with something with a high ABV, like my Griffin's Strength mead, which capped out just shy of 18%. that alcohol content that'll really warm you up. Another thing you want to do is probably look into making a capsicum ale, which is a mead with peppers in it. For example, my Phoenix Blood mead, which is a cherry chocolate jalapeno pepper capsicum ale. Let's top up our glass. Now those peppers, they'll warm you up. It's just like drinking a hot sauce down here, but way freaking better. Oh, the sweet, sweet warmth. Now, for some reason, no matter how much we preach to people, they don't want to make their own meads. And dumb as this is, I mean, they'll realize that on those long, cold, lonely nights that they need mead, and they'll know that you make mead, and they will try to take what you have. So the best advice I could give you, and this is tip number 10, protect your gems. So you don't really want to use guns because, you know, the sound and stuff, that's just going to alert people. So you want quiet ways to protect your home. I'll give you a few little glimpses of how I protect my gems, just so you can get an idea. So that's just a little glimpse of, you know, ways you can protect yourself, because this stuff is freaking gold, man. So there you go. 10 tips on how to survive winter. Actually, you know what? I have a bonus tip for you. Beware of thin ice. Bachelors, bachelorettes are pretty safe on this one. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks. They're lifesavers. So if you need to, rewatch this video again and again as many times as you need. If you enjoyed these tips and maybe you'd like to know a little bit more, let me know down in the comments. Or maybe you have some tips that maybe I missed, and I could cover them in a future video. Other than that, have a great day. Get those brews going. And cheers. Shit, now I gotta go hide my weapons. Damn it.